Hi friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel dedicated to rare insects. Here we'll explore the fascinating world of these overlooked creatures. Join us as we uncover their secrets and significance in our ecosystems. Each episode dives deeper into unique species, expanding your knowledge with astonishing facts. Unravel the mysteries of these tiny creatures that play huge roles in our environment. Through our journey, we advocate for conservation, raising awareness of the critical roles insects play. Join us in protecting these remarkable creatures and their habitats. Size and body shape. Unlike most slender stick insects, it has a stout, shiny black body that can. Dietary habits of the Lord Howe Island stick insect reveal its unique role in the ecosystem. Feeding predominantly on native plants, its survival hinges on the health of its habitat, making conservation efforts vital for its future. Understanding the reproduction of the Lord Howe Island stick insect is crucial to its rescue. Each breeding effort contributes to a sustainable population, allowing researchers to plan for future release strategies. The story begins on Ball's Pyramid, where the Lord Howe Island stick insect was rediscovered after decades of presumed extinction. This towering rock, surrounded by turbulent ocean waves, is now their only refuge. Scientists were amazed to find they survived on tea tree bushes and a single melaleuca plant, showcasing incredible adaptation. This fragile habitat was essential for their survival, highlighting the intricate balance of ecosystems even in harsh conditions. As nocturnal creatures, these stick insects hide during the day, with strong legs to navigate the sparse plant life. Unlike their relatives, they prioritize bulk and toughness over camouflage. Each bite is deliberate, emphasizing their role in the ecosystem. Every leaf chewed supports their survival in a precarious setting. Researchers noticed an intriguing behavior. Males often cling to isolated population. This pairing showcases their unique approach to life and continuity. Despite harsh conditions, the stick insects exemplify resilience. The story of the Lord Howe Island stick insect is not only about survival, but also about the delicate cycle of life that continues against all odds. Every egg laid, every hatchling born, carries the weight of an entire species on its tiny shoulders. The life cycle begins with the female. Unlike other stick insects, the Lord camouflaged perfectly to avoid predators and environmental dangers. When the nymphs hatch, they are miniature versions of the adults, though much smaller and more vulnerable. At this stage, survival is uncertain. Many will not live past their first days. Molting is essential for growth. Each time, the insect splits its old shell and emerges larger, stronger, and closer to adulthood. This process is dangerous, for if a molt fails, the insect may be deformed or die. The male often clings to the female's back for days, sometimes even weeks, ensuring he is present when she lays eggs. This unusual behavior maximizes the chance of fertilization in such a small population. In captivity, conservationists have carefully studied this life cycle to continue their lineage. The life cycle of the Lord Howe Island stick insect is slow, fragile, yet enduring. It embodies survival, and for centuries, the Lord Howe Island stick insect thrived on its remote island home. But in 1918, their world changed forever. A shipwreck off the coast released black rats, an invasive predator with an insatiable appetite. Within a few short years, the once abundant stick insects seemed to vanish without a trace. The rats hunted relentlessly at night, climbing trees and invading burrows. The stick insects, large and flightless, stood no chance. By the 1920s, scientists declared the species extinct. The island's tree lobsters, as they were locally called, became a memory, preserved only in dusty museum drawers. But nature had a secret. On a remote sea stack known as Ball's Pyramid, the world's tallest volcanic rock spire, rumors of survival persisted. Fishermen occasionally claimed they saw large stick insects climbing the few shrubs that clung to the rock. Still, without proof, their flashlights revealed the impossible: living Lord Howe Island stick insects. There, against all odds, just 24 individuals had survived. Hidden on this inhospitable rock, they had clung to life for decades, away from the reach of rats and human disturbance. It was one of the most extraordinary rediscoveries in modern history. Two pairs were brought back alive, starting what would become one of the most successful insect rescue missions in the world. From near extinction, these tree lobsters were given a second chance. In a laboratory scene, a scientist carefully handles a large stick insect under soft light, rows of climate-controlled enclosures brightly glowing behind them. When the Lord Howe Island stick insect, two breeding pairs were collected from Ball's Pyramid, one taken to the Melbourne Zoo, the other to a private breeder in Sydney. This was a gamble. In Zoo, the team mimicked the stick insect's natural environment with humidity, temperature, and diet rigorously controlled. Female stick insects laid their eggs deep in soft soil, heralding a delicate new chapter in conservation. Expanded from a mere few into hundreds, ultimately thousands, and about the fragility of island ecosystems. Desperate rescue mission transformed into a global success story. Conservation wasn't confined to captivity. On Lord Howe Island, ecologists worked tirelessly to restore the insect's natural habitat, eradicating their greatest threat, the black rat, before the planned reintroduction. Through dedication, science, and hope, ensuring that beyond its dramatic rediscovery, the Lord Howe Island stick insect captivates scientists because of its unusual life cycle and behaviors. Every stage tells a story of resilience, shaped by isolation on a remote island. The life cycle begins with the female, who lays her eggs beneath the leaf litter. These pea-sized eggs resemble plant seeds, so dormant for months before hatching. When the eggs hatch, tiny nymphs emerge, bright green and perfectly blending with fresh leaves. This camouflage protects them from birds and reptiles, highlighting their survival tactics in an ecological context. As nymphs grow, they shed their exoskeletons several times. Each molt brings them closer to adulthood, which is a vulnerable period before their new exoskeletons harden. By adulthood, their color changes dramatically to dark brown or black, allowing them to blend seamlessly into tree trunks and shadows. Unlike slender stick insects, these robust tree lobsters exhibit unique adaptations. Emerging at night, Lord Howe Island stick insects feed on a variety of strategies for avoiding predators. These stick insects form long-lasting pairs unlike most insects. Males often ride on the backs of females, protecting them and ensuring reproductive success and survival. Their evolution sets them apart, marking every creature plays a part in maintaining the balance of its ecosystem, and the Lord Howe Island stick insect is no exception. Although it may seem like just another insect, its role in the fragile ecosystem of Lord Howe Island and Ball's Pyramid is both vital and fascinating. As herbivores, stick insects feed on a variety of leaves. This feeding may look simple, but it helps regulate plant growth and maintain balance within the forest. By consuming certain plants, they prevent any one species from growing uncontrollably and outcompeting others. What goes in must come out, and their droppings play another crucial role. Rich in nutrients, these droppings fertilize the soil, providing the foundation for new plant growth. In this way, the stick insects act as natural recyclers, returning nutrients to the earth. These eggs often get buried in the soil, adding to the diversity of the forest floor. Over time, this natural scattering supports the spread and survival of vegetation, ensuring a healthy cycle of renewal. In the larger food web, stick insects provide a source of nourishment for other creatures. Although they avoid predation through camouflage and nocturnal behavior, when they are eaten, they transfer energy from plants to higher animals, sustaining the delicate chain of life on the island. Ball's Pyramid, where fewer than 30 insects were found during rediscovery, they represented not only their species, but also the health of the entire microecosystem. If they vanished, an entire chain of interactions would weaken. Fragile ecosystems can collapse, and how every species, no matter how small, holds value in the web of life. Protecting them is not just about saving one insect, it's about safeguarding the balance of nature itself. The Lord Howe Island stick insect reminds us that nature thrives on connections. By eating plants, enriching the soil, and supporting other animals, it embodies the cycle of life that keeps ecosystems strong. The story of the Lord Howe Island stick insect is more than a tale of survival. It is a symbol of resilience, a lesson in conservation, and a reminder of nature's ability to fight back, even from the brink of extinction. For decades, these insects were thought to be lost forever, driven to extinction by invasive predators. Their story reflects the fragility of island ecosystems and the devastating impact humans can have, even unintentionally. Yet, on this isolated volcanic spire, life found a way. Against all odds, a handful of insects clung to existence, proving that nature has the power to persist in the harshest conditions. This rediscovery became one of the greatest conservation surprises of our time. Their survival sparked one of the most successful captive breeding programs, and these would not vanish again. Their work became a global model for how even an insect overlooked for their story reminds us of a greater truth. Conservation is not just about saving individual species. It is about protecting the intricate web of life where every species, plant, insect, bird, or mammal, plays a vital role in the survival of all. The Lord Howe Island stick insect rose from the ashes of near extinction to become a global icon of survival. Its legacy lives not only in the forests of its island. When we give nature a chance, life finds a way. Thanks for watching, friends. We hope you enjoyed exploring this rare insect with us today. If you learned something new, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Rare Insects, and tap the bell icon so you never miss our upcoming discoveries. Your valuable comments and suggestions mean the world to us, and they help us stay on the right path to our goal of bringing you closer to the hidden wonders of nature. See you in the next adventure. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring.